Good evening, everybody. It is I, James Espinosa, aka Sir Edward James. You can follow me on Twitter at Sir Edward James. I'm the host of the Sunday Sports Rush on News Talk KEYS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM. You can listen to my show every Sunday here in the Corpus Christi or in the Coastal Bend starting at 9 a.m. All right, let's get down to business. I want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers season opener coming up on Thursday Night Football. Yes, it is the season opener. The Tampa Bay Bucs are the defending Super Bowl champions. The Tampa Bay Bucs did sign all 22 of their players. They're coming back. They're bringing everybody back. All the free agents that were pending, they're coming back. So all 22 starters, I should say, are going to be back, and that is unprecedented. And the first time in NFL history a Super Bowl champion is bringing back every single starter from the previous season. That's what the Tampa Bay Bucs are bringing to the table on Thursday night. Of course, we know all about the Bucs. We saw them last year. We saw exactly how they dismantled Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, what I'm going to talk about here is what we can look for matchup-wise and some observations about this Cowboys and Bucs game coming up. Now, things are going to come down to this. Tampa Bay's front seven versus the Cowboys' offensive line. Just this past week, on Sunday, matter of fact, or excuse me, Monday, Cowboys, they found out they were going to be without Zach Martin. Zach Martin, okay? Tested positive for COVID-19. Now, Jerry Jones was just on First Take. Stephen Jones was on 105.3 The Fan. They said if Zach Martin can pass 2 COVID tests by Thursday, he will fly out solo to the game to make sure he's there on time. Why is it important that Zach Martin plays? Well, for one, an interesting stat that I found when Zach Martin does play is that the Cowboys' average rush when Martin is in the lineup, they rush for 4.5 yards per carry. When Zach Martin is not in the lineup, it is 3.8 yards per carry without him. That is a pretty big deal, all right? That is a big deal when you think about what the Cowboys want to do on offense, okay? The Cowboys, of course, want to be balanced. They want to be able to run the ball down your throat. They want to be able to utilize their amazing passing attack with Cooper, Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb. Now, what Dallas's offensive line is going to probably look like on Thursday night, if Martin does not play, it's going to be Tyron Smith at left tackle. It's going to be Connor Williams at left guard. It's going to be Tyler Biadasz at center. It's going to be Connor McGovern at right guard. And it's going to be La'el Collins at right tackle. Collins is coming off of a neck stinger. He might not be 100%. You got McGovern at right guard, who only has 8 career starts. Very, very limited action as a starting offensive lineman. And then you have Tyler Biadasz at center, who's only made 4 career starts. Yes, I am a little bit concerned with this offensive line. And that's not even considering Connor Williams, who has had his struggles in the past at left guard. So in the middle, Connor Williams, Tyler Biadasz, and Connor McGovern. Very concerned, especially going up against that Tampa Bay front seven, especially those 2 guys in the middle, Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh. That's going to be the key, man. You got to win the line of scrimmage this game. The game will be won in the trenches. If Dallas can get any push up front, then that's going to be a tough night. It's going to be a tough night for the Bucs if Dallas can get push up front. Now, if they can't, it's going to be tough for Zeke. It's going to be tough for Gallup to get going. And that means that those Tampa Bay linebackers are going to be freed up to make plays in space, and they're going to cause havoc on blitzes. They're going to cause havoc pass rushing, all of that good stuff. Shaq Barrett, Levante David, Devin White, they're all going to pin their ears back and attack Dak Prescott if this Cowboys offense becomes one-dimensional. It's all about winning the trenches. It's all about winning the trenches. That offensive line of the Cowboys needs to do their damnedest to stop that Buccaneers defensive line, which includes the likes of JPP as well. It's going to be key, man. That's going to be a major key to watch out for. Now, another thing I'm watching out for, of course, is Dak Prescott. It is Dak Prescott's first game in almost a calendar year. Almost 11 months since Dak Prescott has thrown a pass in an NFL game. All right? Concerning a little bit. I was one of these guys who wanted Dak to play in the preseason just to see what he had. I get it. They didn't want to risk it. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to find out what he has on Thursday night. Now, with Dak Prescott in season openers, he has struggled just a tad in season openers. 2-3 overall in season openers since he became the starter in 2016. Some of his career stats, pretty good. 64% completion percentage, just over 1,336 yards, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 17 rushes, 97 yards. Not the most explosive numbers, but he does put up quality numbers. Slow starts do tend to happen with Dak. Look at 2018 in Carolina. Look at 2020 last year with the Los Angeles Rams in LA. Both were on the road. This game's on the road, so watch out for a possible slow start from Dak Prescott. Also, got to get Dak in rhythm early. Some nice passes to establish himself, some intermediate passes, some short passes, just to get a little bit of rhythm from Dak, get him comfortable back there. Now, what does Dallas have to do to potentially win this game? Of course, we've been talking about all the things. Win the offensive line battle, win the defensive line battle. Get pass rush on Tom Brady. Pass rush on Tom Brady. Make his ass uncomfortable in the pocket. Make him uneasy in the pocket. Dirty the pocket for success. If you dirty that pocket, if you're the Cowboys defensive line, you dirty that pocket. You're Lawrence, you're Gregory, you're Urban up the middle, you're Watkins, you're Michael Parsons coming on the blitz, LVE, Jalen, all those guys are going to throw out there in the front seven. Dirty that pocket. It's going to help your guys. It's going to help Diggs, who's going to be trying to cover Mike Evans. It's going to help Brown, who's going to be trying to cover Chris Godwin. It's going to help Jordan Lewis, who's going to be trying to cover Antonio Brown in the slot. KZ and Wilson back in the safeties. It's going to help them a ton. Dirty the pocket. We've seen Tom Brady struggle the most in his career when he has guys around his feet. Brady starts to get happy feet, starts to dance around. He doesn't set when he throws. Timing is thrown off. Even the best can be rocked. You must dirty that pocket when you are facing Tom Brady. So, just to recap, establish a well-balanced attack. Zeke and Pollard must be able to pick up big yardage to keep Tampa's defense honest. You can't have Tampa make this a one-dimensional game and pin their ears back to get to Dak Prescott. Another thing, number 2, win the battle of the trenches. I mentioned that. Both sides of the ball. Protect Dak Prescott at all costs. Make lanes for Zeke and Pollard. Keep Dak upright. You do that, you're going to have success. If not, if Dak's out there running for his life, it's going to be a long night for Dallas. All right, last thing here. Limit the Tampa Bay offense from making big plays. And, of course, I mentioned it, make Brady uncomfortable in the pocket. Dallas' secondary versus the Tampa Bay receiving core. This could be a rough night for Dallas. Diggs going to have to go one-on-one with Mike Evans, who's one of the best deep ball threats there is. Already mentioned the other matchups. Already mentioned Brown on Chris Godwin. Jordan Lewis on Antonio Brown. If Brady has time back there, he's going to pick apart this secondary. This secondary is good, but they're not great. You really only probably have one guy in Diggs that you could kind of rely on. The others, it's going to be a crapshoot. You never know what you're going to get with these guys. And, of course, Dallas is going up against a tough, pretty tough secondary, I'd say. Carlton Davis, their best guy they have on the team. In the past 2 seasons alone, he has led the NFL with passes defended in 37. Only second behind him is Jair Alexander of Green Bay with 30 passes defended. So he's led the league in passes defended. He's a guy that makes plays. If Dallas is going to have success, you better attack Sean Murphy-Bunting in the slot. He's a weak link in the slot. Line up CD on his ass, line up Cooper on his ass, and put him to work. Dallas can exploit that mismatch with Sean Murphy-Bunting. All right, man. It is what it is. Tampa Bay ranked 21st in pass defense last year. Not the best at defending the pass, but a stat that you should know, they are amazing at defending the run. The past 2 years, they have finished first each year in defending the run. So, tough sledding for Zeke and the boys on Thursday. That's why it's imperative you win the battle up front. You establish the run game. You establish your dominance. Could be a long night for Zeke and the boys. We have to see what happens. Fun Tom Brady stat, by the way, before I wrap this up. Tom Brady in his season openers after winning a Super Bowl. So he's had 6 season openers after winning a Super Bowl that he has played in. He is 5-1 in season openers as a reigning Super Bowl champion. In those 6 games, he has completed 64.6% of his passes for 1,831 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Tom Brady's a beast coming off of the Super Bowl. They're in Tampa. Home crowd's going to be rocking. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game. Cowboys are a +8 underdog, so if you're the betting type, that's a nice number to maybe get in on if you want to maybe have the Cowboys cover the spread in that way. +8 underdog. We'll see what happens. Okay, final score prediction. with all that being said, I think Dallas just has a little bit against them here, especially with the offensive line's health, especially with the fact that Tampa Bay has a great run defense. They have a great defense in general. Those linebackers are going to be flying around. Brady and his amazing ability to just get off on openers, especially coming off of Super Bowl wins. I'm going to have to give it to the Bucs. I think the Bucs take this one on Thursday night, 31-27. Dallas makes it competitive, but I think Tampa Bay is just going to be a little bit too much for them on the defensive end. It's going to be too little too late for Dallas. Bucs win this one on Thursday night, and that is my prediction. Once again, give a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications of my next video drop. I'm gonna try to do more of these here in the near future, little recaps, previews, and just give my takes on sports, man. I love to talk sports, and I appreciate y'all guys who give a listen or even watch now, right? You're used to hearing me on the radio. Now I'm going to be doing some more video stuff. So, of course, catch me on the radio down here in Corpus Christi, Texas, 1440 AM, 98.7 FM every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You could download the app.